Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Go ahead, hit the like, hit the share. This video we're going to talk about Lisa Van Allen's reaction to this fake Joycelyn Savage account. And then we're going to explore why these families alienated themselves from their daughter, yet manipulated the media and played with the public's emotions this whole time.
What's your reaction to what Joycelyn did?
At first I was really excited for her and happy, but as I've gone on to read the different chapters, I'm not really all that convinced that it's her.
Really? How come?
Yeah. Things that I've read, like one thing she said something about condoms, and Rob doesn't use condoms. Another statement she made about letting her speak. I don't understand who would be letting her speak, as well as she said something about her family not being able to be in contact with her family, and she's still not in contact with her family, so that makes no sense.
So what about the allegations? Any of that ring true, or is this all kind of BS to you?
It sounds like some things that could have gone on. I've heard him have people call him daddy, never heard of master. Daddy, definitely. I had an abortion. It wasn't forced, but definitely had an abortion. I mean, so those things could be true, but that doesn't mean someone's still not controlling the situation.
So, Lisa, we were talking about the fact that Joycelyn acknowledges she signed an NDA, and yet she appears to be speaking out about all this. I don't know, in your situation, had you signed an NDA?
I don't think he thought at that point in time anyone would speak up against him. So, no, I didn't sign anything.
Can I ask one final thing, and then we got to scoot? Did prosecutors ask you not to say anything about what they have or what you might do?
Not in detail, but we, kind of had a little, discussion about some things, and certain things, of course, they don't want heads up about. So, it makes sense. So,
Sure.
I'm not going to speak on that, but I'm also not going to be on the new Lifetime show either. I don't know if you guys knew that.
You're not going to be part of it.
Oh, no.
Why not?
I'm a little disappointed in Lifetime. The direction they went with the show wasn't what I thought it should be going in, which should be healing and raising awareness and speaking positively about what we're doing now. They're not doing that. They're being really messy. They're adding new people in there that aren't credible. And, it's kind of going to be like a reality show. And I don't want to be a part of that.
So it's odd that the main thing we kept hearing about with this story is about these NDAs, and star witness Lisa Van Allen says she didn't have to sign an NDA. Then you have the fact that she's saying the stories don't add up. Then you have her mentioning that she's not going to be a part of whatever Lifetime has coming up. Why is that? And then to top it off, say they're adding people that are not credible, such as you. The same person that admitted to stealing a sex tape, being part of an extortion plot, and now wanting to advocate for victims, is now disappointed by the direction Surviving R. Kelly went, because they wanted to empower women. Never mind, there was other methods to get a powerful story out there without slandering a person's character. Truth be told, she knows the deception with that sex tape. And it seems mighty coincidental all these people continue to backpedal from their original stories. So let me remind you all as to why these parents have made themselves impossible to reach. Because they want to dictate the conversations they have. And we saw clearly the last conversation Tim Savage keeps saying he had with his daughter. And it could be well understood why that was his last conversation with his daughter in person. But let's go on to this interview that was 8 months ago from E! News and let them tell you why communication stopped with their children.
My thing is, I think they had the same experience as well, speaking for both of them. If we could have a conversation, we probably could. If we was more compliant, like all these other parents that in the past have been submissive to his command. My daughter told us, my family, that to love her, we have to love him. That's unacceptable. So therefore, that kind of ended. We couldn't even begin to try to play the role like we could love him, because you can't say his name, you can't talk about anything that got to do with him, or that's when a phone call ends. Immediate.
So they could have conversations with their kids according to them. However, I don't even know why I just said kids, because they're grown-ass women. They could have conversations with their daughters, but the minute they start talking negatively about their partner, the conversation ends quite reasonably.
Not no later, nothing. As soon as you say something that's not how you doing, everything okay, this and that, and they all say the same routine. Right. We good. Oh, I'm in love. He take care of us. That's it. That's
Daddy. They call him Daddy.
He strictly told me. I talked to R. Kelly personally. He strictly told me.
It's interesting. Joycelyn just had to throw that out there. Interesting.
It wasn't time for me to talk to my daughter. And after that, he hung up the phone because I wouldn't go by whatever his wishes were.
Oh, so he told you it wasn't time for you to talk to your daughter based on the fact that you were insistent upon being negative, huh?
He told you guys, I understand, to trust the process?
Yes.
Oh, we have that many times. Not from directly from his manager.
I heard this from him.
What is he, Sam Henke? I mean, what does he mean by that?
He means that we can't see our daughter unless we cooperate with whatever he got going on. And
no, he meant you cannot sit here and keep slandering him and expect things to be cool when clearly your daughters express to you they don't want to talk negatively about him. Yet let's fast forward, because I'm going to let you hear something else that was very interesting. You see, when this all kicked off, they needed to be able to get into their daughters' accounts, right? So I'm wondering, did they have warrants and did they have any documents to prove they were authorized to hack into their daughters' SoundClouds to get this so-called evidence they say they have? This is a good question I want answered.
With promises of helping their singing careers. Now, Kelly claims it was Savage's mother who pushed him on the issue.
she started promoting that Joycelyn could sing, and she was a singer, and she's trying to be a singer, and wanted me to produce her or whatever. I said, well, let her sing. She sang, and she couldn't sing.
But how does it go from she can't sing, you don't think she has a talent that you like, but she ends up being with you, spending time with you, living with her
talent. When I saw her on stage, nothing about her told me she sing. I don't have I can't say, oh, that girl sing. It's because she was beautiful.
Now he telling you out his own mouth that when he first was introduced to Joycelyn, it was brought to him she wants to be a singer. He didn't recognize the talent upon hearing her, but when he saw her, he was interested, as any man would be. She's a grown woman. And to ask, well, why is she still with him after that? If they've spent time, you can't naturally like a person.
Well, we then interviewed Azriel Clary and Joycelyn Savage with R. Kelly, who was standing nearby, even though his team had told us he would not be in the room. He entered after the interview began.
And it's very interesting she found it necessary to put that out there.
They told us that their parents are just looking for money, which both sets of parents deny. Do either of you want to sing?
No.
No.
None of you have any singing ambitions?
No.
No.
That's that's another lie.
Yeah.
That's another lie.
Yeah.
Trust me. No, we did not want to sing.
I did hear that you wanted to sing.
No,
that you wanted to sing.
So let me tell you something about singing, actually.
Okay.
Before I even met R. Kelly, I told my parents I did not want to sing. My parents made singing like a job for me. So it's not something I wanted to do. And not only that, I even tried to kill myself because I did not want to sing, as a cry out for help, to tell them this is not what I want to do with my life. This is not how I want to spend my life.
Yeah, your father told me that you had tried to take your life and that the only thing that made you happy was singing.
No.
And that's why he became involved with R. Kelly to help you.
No.
Neither one of you.
So I just found it from there. People were saying, oh, she has all of this footage. Well, go back to all these people she's being introduced to. And I'm not a genius, but when you're networking with people, why are you being thrown to all these concerts? Why aren't you being put in offices? Why aren't you being put in networking parties and events and things like that? Who does that in this ghetto mentality? You can go through her page and see how she's front row center at people like Kevin Gates, all this leading up to meeting R. Kelly. And she's telling you her parents made this like a job for her. So quite naturally, even if at one point in time she was fascinated with being a singer, at some point when your talent is being forced, when you feel obligated to do something, that takes a lot of the thrill out of doing so.
Surviving R. Kelly. Remember, the parents said that part of the reason that they allowed their daughter to go off is because she was a few months away from 18. She threatened to run away anyway, that she was going to do this, do that to herself if they didn't allow her. Remember, because listen, I have some new hot tea that I need to...
I just want y'all to remember what she just said and keep that in memory. Every time y'all hear Angelo and Team Truth keep pushing that 17 agenda. Because at the end of the day, just like she said, I remember distinctly, they said when she met R. Kelly, she was 17, but she was a few months away from being 18. So if between 2015 and 2016, she ends up dating him in 2016 or 17, isn't she legal? She graduated in 2016. I just wanted to refresh your memory on some of these lies being told. Now, moving forward, let's see. Let's go to the attorney representing the Savages who had his input on this fake ass page, in which he's saying he believes it's Joycelyn. But it's mighty funny, the video after that, I'm going to show you her sister saying she doesn't believe it's her sister and she's shocked. Watch this. Or I'm sorry, listen to this.
I'm Attorney Gerald Griggs, Gerald the attorney for the Savage family.
All right. So what's the latest? Why are we here tonight?
Well, the latest is Joycelyn Savage, or somebody purporting to be Joycelyn Savage, has gone on social media and made several statements distancing herself from Robert Sylvester Kelly and confirming certain facts that we already knew was true with regard to their relationship. So we are reaching out to that account through multiple different means, as well as to the last known location of Joycelyn Savage to get an in-person meeting. We are confident that we will be able to make contact. We are appreciative that certain facts have been confirmed that we knew for the last 2.5 years, that she was in fact a victim and that she is in fact trying.
Facts that have been put out by the family, not by Joycelyn. So it's just mighty funny they want to have this Patreon account detailing some of the allegations they've already put out.
To reach out and get her story out. So we are working with the family to make sure, one, that she's physically and emotionally taken care of, but two, if in fact a crime had been committed, the information will be reported to the proper authorities, which would be the Fulton County District Attorney's Office.
If a crime has been committed, wait, I could have sworn last year we had this big press run on how Joycelyn was assaulted, and they went to the police, and the police told them they couldn't do anything because she was an adult. Interesting. I'm gonna let her sister detail that also.
Joycelyn has now indicated through this account and her Pantheon account that she is in fact a victim.
And can you go into detail a little bit more about this account?
Basically, Friday, there was a cryptic message put up there that she's ready to tell her story and that she's sorry. Then at 10 a.m. this morning, there was another message, a full video message that indicated that she had put a story on a media sharing app. At which point we got a membership through her sister. We've read several pages of the allegations, and it confirms what the family's been saying from the very beginning. She feels like her life potentially could be in danger, that she has signed a non-disclosure agreement, which I would argue is illegal, considering that what we know that she's outlining may be criminal acts. So we are continuing to be vigilant, to vet this information, but also to reach out to Joycelyn and hopefully reconnect her with her family.
So as I said in another video I did before, if they make allegations appear criminal, that would break any alleged non-disclosures in their eyes, right?
And have you reached out to her family as since all of this?
Yes, I've been in constant communication with the Savage family, and we've been attempting to be in communication with the numbers associated with the account, as well as the account and the email associated with the account, to get in contact with Joycelyn Savage.
I wonder why she don't want to reach out to her family. Let's see.
Hey, she don't need me at this point, man. She got robbed. She's right. She don't need you, but she wants you. No, you won't. She don't. Right at this particular point, she does need her father. I don't give a fuck with nobody. That's her man, but she needs her father. But her father's against her right now. That's how she feels. I'm not against her, bro. I'm done with it. That's how she feels. You ain't done. That's your daughter. She your daughter forever. Tim, that's your daughter till the day you die, she die.
Is that not Tim Savage's voice? Did he not say he's done with his daughter? But he want to sit here and say he's trying to reach out for her. Bull crap. Now what's sad is this family has single-handedly brought so many people into their storyline to get the media's attention. They don't even realize the crazy things they're saying. Like, let's take her for example, the younger sister. Now, she must have forgot 8 months ago, she dropped the T and told us Joycelyn's real account. And she also commented on the page that orchestrated this whole Patreon scam that was not Joycelyn. But all of a sudden, in today's time, she want to act like she don't know. She's confused. Just watch this lie.
But Joycelyn's best friend Reed, and I don't know if she's in here or not, but if she is, Reed, please say something. But Joycelyn's best friend, she literally told me one day when Joycelyn was over her house, and this is the time where Joycelyn was still in college, but she was speaking off with R. Kelly. She was around them when they were on the phone with each other, and basically R. Kelly had made Joycelyn change her Instagram because she has an Instagram. She only has one Instagram account, and it's I am Joy Savage. But at first, it was her name is spelled Joycelyn with a Joy, not Joi. But he made her change the Y to an I so people won't find her. And he also made her make her account private. So if y'all look at it, and then she haven't posted on her account since 2016. So what does that tell you? Like, this is not, which I'm not sure. I don't know if that account is her or not. I'm not aware if that is her account or not. But if that was to be her account, she would have reached out to her family some type of way. And if she does follow me, she would have messaged me through Instagram or I've reached out to her multiple times, and I gave her my cell number to contact me and everything. But I have not yet received any type of contact from my sister. So therefore, I personally am just as lost as everybody else right now. I'll be very disappointed if the page that is saying that this is Joycelyn is not really true. I'm praying to God is not what I think it is, as if somebody is just playing around on an account and making it seem like it's her when it's not. So, but I just want to let everybody know that just in case this Joycelyn Savage page is not her. So I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. I'm just as clueless as everybody else in this situation. I have gotten so many people that have said, well, I don't think it's her. I think your family, or I think I'm behind the page. No, I am just as clueless as everybody else in this situation. I have no idea what's going on.
That's today. She don't know what's going on. Interesting. But the last video I want to share, let's just say, was put out there a couple, let's say 8 months ago, where she was spilling the beans about how the Homeland Security got involved. See, as I've said from the beginning, this family is the source. So this family has to be accountable for all that has come.
Most people, they don't know me from the man in the moon, so you cannot say that. Before this whole situation started, like somebody had brought up, like they had brought up a singing video I did, like sometime like 2 years ago. And then I model as well, but I don't do it no more. But like I used to model a lot, and they had brought up a picture of me modeling. They was like, "See, this is what I'm talking about. The Savage family is trying to get attention off of the situation."
No, ma'am, that ain't what we were talking about. We were talking about the fact that y'all done went all out and did a whole diss track, and you want people to take you serious, talking about you want your daughter back. That was the point.
We don't need this type of attention. Is not good attention, for one. So I just ignore it and keep it moving. I've always been social. I've always been a person to be outgoing and always been talented. So for people that saying that is so slow. But yeah. So I'm gonna continue living my life. I mean, just because my sister life is she's going through a lot right now, and she's got, I don't know what she got going on, but she's going through a lot. Don't mean that I'm about to stop what I got going on for her. Sister, blood, and
what her sister got going on, but y'all think she's a hostage. That ain't gonna stop what you got going on. Oh, really? Interesting.
I still have to continue living my life. I'm 18. I just literally, I literally just began exploring a lot of things, and like what young adults experience, I'm just not experiencing it. So it's like I just ignore it. I still have my own life to live, and I will continue with my life. I'll continue doing stuff that I've been doing. So, but that's just negativity that is unnecessary. But in the meantime, the feds and Homeland Security, they're working with
the situation. It's in their hands. Honestly, I don't even put it in their hands. I put it in God's hands at this point. So whatever happens. Honestly, you can't really prove. Somebody has to, I'm gonna read the comment. Do you guys have verification proving that R. Kelly was not giving your family money? It's not really verification of it, it's just common sense. Because my thing is, if R. Kelly so-called gave my parents money, or so-called gave us any materialistic type of thing, like he so-called claimed that he had brought my dad's Mercedes and my dad's Range Rover that he had brought like years ago. But he don't even have like that.
I must have missed that.
That car is in my dad's name. That car is from his hard work earned money, like his hard earned money. So if he said so-called claim that he gave my parents money off this situation, where's the proof? Where's the receipts? Like he would have been showed it by now. That's all I'm saying. He would have been, y'all, he would have literally did this. I have it right here. Here goes the information right here. The transactions that I sent.
It's funny, they want to see proof about anything said about them, but they don't never have the solid proof to prove anything that they say.
And I'm smart enough to say, like, you know, because you just said, well, hold on, what's this gonna say? Don't speak on y'all case on here. People will set you up and tell you something. Yeah, it's like, I'm not even about to get into that. I'm smart enough to just leave that into, like, the DA hands and the Homeland Security hands.
8 months ago, you smart enough not to be on the internet talking about this federal case, yet we've watched you do so over and over and over. Okay, makes sense.
Exactly. F the money. We just want like our family, like Joycelyn. The only reason why we came out, well, not we.
Listen to this now. The only reason why they came out to the press, the only reason they came out to the public.
Because my parents, but the only reason why my parents, let's take this out, because people gonna think somebody talking in my ear. That's how the media is. They're gonna be like, somebody talking in your ear. You got a little thing in your thing. But the only reason why my parents came out in the first place was because as soon as my parents found out something was going on with Joycelyn, like they immediately took action. It wasn't no, oh well, you know, we can get money from him and doesn't like this, which would never happen. But they immediately went to the police and was like,
so a scorned former employee, Cheryl Mack, tipped off your parents. They immediately go to the police. What happens?
Something's going on with our daughter. Like, she's not herself. And then the police wasn't taking action because she was so-called old enough or
legal
of age. So there's nothing we can do about it. But as soon as, you know, we took it to the media, now it's like the DA want to be on it. The Homeland Security want to investigate on it. Like, it's really sad that you have to take it to that point just to, you know, have the justice system do their job. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a blessing that people are finally starting to like open their eyes and realize.
No, it's a blessing people are starting to call out your bullshit. Because let's go on to this last video. After they got the FBI, the Homeland Security involved, now we want to say we never said she was a hostage. Watch, just watch.
Like I said, we never said she couldn't leave. She can leave.
Like I said, we never said she couldn't leave. She can leave. Like I said, we never said she couldn't leave. She can leave.
So as you can see, this fake page had the media fooled. But guess what? Who's going to be accountable for this reckless bullshit? These parents feeding these storylines their stories being inconsistent, and a man has been locked up. Now, of course, people are going to continue to hold on to this story that broke the internet, but the truth is the truth, and the truth doesn't change. And clearly, we see something's not right here. And even if you hate R. Kelly, you have to recognize his rights have been violated. These daughters don't want to talk to their parents because they're doing shit like hacking into their accounts, leaking information, recording them, recording everybody to blackmail them into doing whatever they want them to do. But at the end of the day, the truth will be heard. And shout out to everybody supporting the channel. I appreciate all new subscribers, everybody sharing the videos, everybody dropping those tips. Please believe I get them all, and I put them in a little folder for future reference. Because even if I don't do a video immediately, sometimes it's necessary to build on the facts and not rush to judgment. Just a little food for thought. Have a great night.